y'all. I got my producer Asher here with me. He's down here for right now. He wants to help out because he just heard me clap. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is the first series on the channel, how to get the most out of your Pokemon. Something that I've always found really interesting is working with optimization and the Pokemon damage formula and figuring out how I can use the calculus part of my brain and the Pokemon part of my brain, put them both together and figure out what is the most optimal numbers for the Pokemon damage formula. So here is the deal. Optimization, what is it? It is finding the ideal maximum or minimum amount. So we can use this idea to figure out how can we maximize our damage output and minimize our damage that we take while we're working within the restriction in this case being the Pokemon damage formula. Why should we do it? Because in Pokemon, we don't want to waste our stat investment. We only get up to 252 EVs for each stat. So you need to be careful where you're investing them, and when you can minimize or maximize in whatever way you're trying to take this, we can make sure that we're doing it correctly. So it will also help us prepare for specific interactions, because I always like to think about the Groudon versus Kyogre matchup when I think about this, because a Groudon does not want to be stuck in the rain fighting against a Kyogre taking a super powerful water type attack. So we'll do that to prepare for specific interactions, and then we also have a better understanding of how the game works. So when push comes to shove, Pokemon really just is a computer-based game. It is all code. It is a specific formula that is used every single time you click an attack, so we can figure out how to plan ahead. So, what are we optimizing? We're optimizing the damage formula. Oh, the pup's just wandering around. We're optimizing the damage formula. So, if you Google it, this is what you'll find. This is the Gen 8 iteration. So this is the formula used during Sword and Shield. This is going to be a 10-part series, so right here we're doing a little bit of an introduction. Next we're going to start talking about some of the general background mathematical knowledge you need to understand the later episodes. So we're going to first talk about critical points, then we're going to move into differentiation, how we can do it, though we're only going to cover one strategy of differentiation because that's all you need for this series. Then we'll talk about the Pokemon damage formula. Then we'll talk about the modifiers specifically, because if you look back, that modifier tacked on at the end, there's a lot of pieces that go into it, so we have to talk about that in its own little episode. Next up is partial differentiation, because this formula is really complicated, so we've got to increase our skills. Then system of equations, which a lot of us probably have done. You do this in your basic algebra course. Then we're actually going to do the optimizing of the Pokemon damage formula, and then I want to show you guys how you could use these types of ideas and steps in other types of video games. So that's all I've got for this episode. Hopefully you stay tuned and enjoy the rest of this series. See you next time.